Hi, I'm Miro. I'm a TNT champion.
This is Rachel Ellerine, the queen of Strong Smile.
I'm Eric Bischoff.
Live events, all right? When the WWE comes on the holiday tour, when they come to Ireland.
Or Davy Boy without hair braids.
As a fan with braids, as a dog without braids.
And you
Are watching
WrestleSlam.
WrestleSlam.
And you're watching WrestleSlam.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the only place for your weekly dose of news, reviews, booze, and Extreme Rules.
Normal rules. Let's be realistic.
Maybe house show with an Extreme Rules match on the card. Are we kind of, so let's chat about that in a little bit. But yeah, couldn't give that much of a big because we're kind of like, we're not really sure what's extreme about these rules. Not a lot, but we'll move on and we'll move into that. Guys, lots of news this week in wrestling. Biggest news to come out this week for our own homegrown talents is live wrestling is back in the Republic of Ireland. Phoenix hitting up Limerick in October. OTT hitting up Dublin in October. Mate, we'll be there for both. Cannot wait. Guys, bolting to be back at live events and keep them coming hard and fast. Moving on from that, quick shout out towards the latest episode of Dark Side of the Ring regarding our good friend who's better than Canyon. God bless us. Won't touch too much on it. There's obviously a lot of opinions on this as well, but just if you ever notice something about a friend, there's acting odd, there's something not off, you know them very well, you're just sure that something isn't adding up or it's not right. Reach out to them, talk to them, keep reaching out to them, keep talking to them, annoy them to the stage that they have to talk to you if you have to, okay? Be a support. Now, obviously, don't hound them too much, but be a support, be an ear, just be somebody that's there to reach out. Times have changed since then, but it's difficult to watch what he went through. So there's always an ear. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Give people a shout, talk to your friends. A lot of the news this week as well was based around wrestling activities. So I think we're going to crack straight in, guys, to the schedule for this week, starting off with an introduction to our team. I nearly forgot, guys. I'm so sorry. I nearly forgot an introduction to the panel.
Who am I? I have no introduction.
Oh, Matt, wait for it. It's coming. All you wait for it. It's coming. We have sensational Queen Lizzie. We have the one and only Booker T. Five times. Put some respect on the Michael Stone brand. Give him a chance. He likes the extreme. Exactly. He likes it extreme. He likes it hardcore. It's Matt Murphy. So, guys, there's a quick intro to our team. Oh, and we are now heading straight into AEW Rampage. Strong card again. Open the show strong with CM Punk and Powerhouse Hobbs. Great rub for Hobbs. I think we can all agree on that. That was a really nice, CM Punk's first televised match, correct? Against Powerhouse Hobbs. Nice rub for him. Matt, how'd you feel about this match?
Yeah, I liked it. To be honest, I didn't really like the ending. You can obviously tell that Powerhouse just bought in the go to sleep. It was great seeing the go to sleep on AEW, but I think that was my one complaint. Mm-hmm. He just casually turns and he just got into the go to sleep by CM Punk. I think that was my one complaint. It was a grand match. I preferred CM Punk and Darby Allin, but it was great seeing CM Punk showing that he still got it, and Powerhouse definitely actually did his own so it was a great opener. I love how AEW, they're no bullshitting. They don't wait to the very last minute. They're just toss on random matches to start the night. No, they just start off with CM Punk and Powerhouse. They know what the fans want, and they just thought, we'll get the best stuff out of done with, and then good excuse for the matches. So I enjoy it. I think that was just my one complaint. But yeah, again, great seeing CM Punk. And I still can't take the build up, how it all began, with himself and Team Taz, about how Taz just randomly just says, I know you had a problem with my guys. And CM Punk says, never said anything about you or any of Taz. It was that was kind of another thing was it just randomly started with that.
Yeah, but besides that, you're bang on, it did. It totally just came out of nowhere. We're all kind of like, you know, your man who picks the fight in the bar for no reason, just wants to fight, you know. We all have a bit of Taz in us, let's be fair. But that said, what a few. That said, I think as well, though, with trademarking his catchphrase, that maybe it's going somewhere else as well, or they're building something else up. Mick, good way to open the show.
Yeah, great way to open the show. No better way to open the show than Cult of Personality hitting speakers.
Yeah, never gets old.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's probably one of the better Powerhouse Hobbs matches I've seen, which is testament to how good of a worker CM Punk still is.
Yeah,
it was great to see that he has more in his locker than what we saw against Darby Allin with the top rope elbow drop, things like that. Yeah. Really strong opening. CM Punk it's clear he's getting back into form now, so that's great to see. Agreed,
for sure, definitely. Darling, Booker G, how would you book CM Punk going forward?
But I think it's easy enough. They're going to go after Ricky Starks, I'm sure. That's probably the thing. Maybe when Brian Cage is back, he'll team up with Punk and they'll have a tag team match or something, maybe down the line. But Starks on commentary, actually, when I say, was fucking pretty good all night. Like, he was really solid all night. You know, there's no Mark Henry, no Chris Jericho. It was just him and Excalibur. And who else was on it?
Ricky Starks, Excalibur,
Taz, yeah, sorry, yeah. But Ricky Starks was very good in commentary for this match. You know, I was Team Taz member, but for the whole night he was very good. So, yeah, definitely, I could see something like that happening maybe soon. You know, for the next few weeks. Maybe I don't know if they hold off to full gear because it's another a month and a half away. But maybe they will. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they're going to keep the Team Taz feud going. It's not over yet.
Yeah. And good call on Ricky Starks as well. He had some really good catch lines in his commentary as well, very relative to even entrance music and things like that, like move with a few matches down the line that we're going to chat about. But yeah, good call. It'll be interesting to see how it goes forward from there when he's rotating the commentary with Mark Henry now, apparently, as opposed to taking his place. Going on from that, we had the Superkliq. Guys, I love the shirt, and I think I might need this shirt as well. It's just beautiful. I hope they have a sleeveless version of it, though, because all those other ones tend to kind of swamp those of us who aren't men, are physically a bit like men. But I love the shirt. Gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And they were taking on Jurassic Express and Christian Cage. Some really, really good spots for the Superkliq in this. Do you know what I mean? The back and forth on the ropes with the joint kicks and the kisses on the cheek. It's just, there's nothing like it, you know, and they have not missed a trick. And Adam Cole literally looks like he stepped out of NXT's ring and straight into AEW's ring. It's just that smooth. And the pop, I don't think we'd ever get tired or old of baby, because it's just, I would put it out there that it was probably up there with the sing-along of Cult of Personality. I really think it was. It's something else. You were gunning, Mick, for a while for the Superkliq. Were you happy with this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They were the best choice to win the match. Just to get Adam Cole looking as strong as possible. I'm really enjoying this this kind of shadow story of Adam Cole within the Elite. It seems clearer and clearer as the weeks go by that there's going to be that maybe they'll turn on Kenny Omega, or there's going to be some sort of some fractions in that faction. Yeah. And really good. I thought Jungle Boy looked really, really good throughout this match as well. I'm really looking forward to him going one-on-one with Adam Cole next week. Adam Cole, super over, and he's going to stay over. He's awesome.
Definitely. From this week, careered straight into Chris Jericho and Jake Hager against Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. I'm not gonna lie, the distraction finish happened, and I kind of went, what? And is it over? Is it? I was just shocked. I'm not really sure why, but I just was. It kind of came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Sal's upon RKO, but it just did. It kind of came out of nowhere. But obviously, then there was building up to something else when America's Top Team came out. And we had a flying knee from a familiar face.
Oh, so good.
God. And I'm sorry, lads, Jericho, his timing on that flying knee was just French kiss. It was beautiful. Yeah. What did you think of this? Tell me.
The match itself was all right. Yeah, it was just a good tag team match. It wasn't anything to write home about. But I'm curious to see where they're going with this top team story. Is it, are these boys, is Jorge Masvidal going to get involved in a match with Chris Jericho on AEW TV? Like, are they going
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Well, he's not a wrestler. Like, he can't just be a flying knee. He's not Ben Askren. A bad motherfucker belt might you bring that to AEW, like, and have a match against somebody for the bad motherfucker belt, like, just for a laugh, like. But
yeah,
see where they're going with it. It could be something magical. They have that, kind of, UFC MMA background when people tuning in.
Absolutely, it would need to be a real smoke and mirrors kind of match for if Masvidal was to come into AEW to do a match. It would need to be a real smoke and mirrors match just to hide his inexperience. But there's no better guy to help him with that than Jericho.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, there's no he could. I don't think he could work with anyone else besides that. And I'm sorry, but America's top team to me are badass. They are
awesome,
him at the helm, and I can't remember her name.
Paige Van Sant.
Thank you. Giving the pot shots to Jellies.
Jellies. He's not that flabby.
Oh no.
The match.
Oh no.
Oh God, lad.
Oh no. You just call him Jelly Jericho. You do not just call him Jelly Jericho.
We're not going to get Jericho on the podcast.
I was trying to say Chris Jericho's belly. I just called him fucking Chris Jellico.
Jericho's Jelly Belly.
I don't think you're ready for Chris Jelly.
I don't think you're ready for Chris Jelly.
Go on, Matt. She'll laugh for about 5 minutes. We'll never get through the show.
I'm just going to say thanks for watching WrestleSlam. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to end it early.
This will be in the blooper show.
I'll be back in a minute.
We're going to get Chris Jericho's jelly trending on Twitter now, lads.
Oh, stop me trying to catch my mascara. Anyway, Matt, are you a fan of Chris Jellico? I think he's beautiful. No,
we can say goodbye to any interview with Jericho ever.
Oh my lads, yeah, I'm done now. He's never ever going to talk to me again. I'm so sorry. I meant Chris Jericho's belly. Moving on, yeah. Faction looks badass. Cannot wait to see it goes with their Jorge at the helm. So with that, we had the Lucha Brothers and Santos and Ortiz, who of course had the home crowd advantage, we'll say, taking on the Hardy family office. And Matt, are you a fan of the Hardy family office?
To be honest, yeah, I'm a fan. I always kind of liked Matt Hardy. No matter what gimmick he gets tossed at him, he actually will make it look good. He'll actually make anyone else look good. He's at that point in his career where he feels like he can be a good tutor. He can actually help the backstage locker room. And I feel like that this is definitely like kind of like one step further for him. So I'm definitely a fan of the Hardy office anyway. So yeah, that's me anyway. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, it's nice to see him kind of step back from the ring as well, I think, in more of an authoritative role, we'll say. But it was what it was. Female match came up next. Women's match, Penelope Cruz and Anna Jay. Should I call her Penelope Cruz? Yeah. That's what's going on. What's going on? Get it together, Liz. Get it together, for God's sake, woman. Penelope Ford and fuck's sake. And Anna Jay was up next. Tell me, how badly does Anna Jay need to break away from the Dark Order? Love.
I don't know. I think they're going to have some sort of women's faction there, maybe a trios or quartet with if you got Abaddon and Taya Conti, they're all going to team up together. They're going to need a third person with Anna Jay and the Bunny, or with Penelope Ford and the Bunny, and they need somebody else in that, and that they have a trios match or something like that. They're going to have back and forth between the 5 or 6 of them for months and then there's not much else for them to do really. Like, it's been the same kind of thing since for the last few months. It's just been on and off. It has. I'm not sure where they're going after this. They keep using the brass knucks. Brass knucks is classic old school cheating. But the heels always get their comeuppance and they end up so.
Yeah, and it's because it's it's been used quite a bit in the past, and it's a couple of weeks that we're using it now. It's not MGF's ring. Do you know what I mean? It's not symbolic to him, or it's not symbolic to them. But I just felt that when Anna Jay came out last night, it's not that the crowd were dead, but she had no presence, because she's obviously still linked with the Dark Order. And then Penelope Cruz came out, and I just felt she looked more star-worthy. Now, whether I know Penelope, Almighty. Penelope fucking Ford. Jeez, I'm so sorry, lads. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, let's move her away from that. Moving swiftly on, Jesus Christ. Moxley and Kingston versus Suzuki and Archer. Wild Thing will never cease to get me singing and get me popping. Matt, this match was kind of, I suppose it was a bit of a bloodbath, kind of like just a pure brawl for like the authentic kind of fan that was in the crowd. There wasn't an awful lot of storyline in it. Did you like the match?
I'm not going to try and take any swings at that of the company, but that's probably the most extreme match we probably saw of this week so far. So that is me just done right there. I like the match. It was because I do understand there's a lot of people that doesn't know much about Hazuki. If I mispronounce his name, apologies. Pull it is.
All right, come here. I'm not being funny.
Tagline of the show. It's okay.
So it was good to see him in another match with AEW. I don't know what they're going to do with him at the moment. Are they still going to have him with Lance Archer? Or are they going to move on to New Japan, maybe like focus there again? And it's always good to see Homicide. I was literally, before the match, I actually thought, I wonder what Homicide is doing these days. But now that he's back now, and I think himself, John Moxley and Eddie Kingston, they're going to put together like this hardcore stable in AEW, another stable in AEW. Who would have thought it?
Yes.
And I thought it was a good way to end the show because lights out matches at this day, you don't know what's going to happen. And I feel like that's actually, and I thought it was like really good match. And yeah, and it made Lance Archer and Hazuki look good as well. So fair play to the lads, fair play to John Moxley. I said it a while back, he probably is AEW at this stage. I'm sorry now, I'm not being an ass kiss or anything like that, but anything he'll go through, he'll get given in AEW, he'll look good. So he's in his own element with the hardcore matches. So definitely. And that's not just a fact, that's a matter of fact.
Jesus.
Michael.
Okay. Mick, follow that. Go on, Matt. Mick, happy to see Homicide.
Oh yeah, always happy to see Homicide. It was some cool little LAX connections there between himself and Kingston. That was cool. Decent, pretty good match. Good, decent storytelling. Probably the weakest lights out match that AEW have done. But to be fair, it's a very, very high bar, and you know, it's with Suzuki losing. I think it's probably the last we'll see of him in AEW for a while. With Moxie and Kingston going over, maybe they'll tag together for a little bit longer after this. Maybe they'll get a tag team title shot. Who knows? It seems a lot like John Moxley is working towards a heel turn. Just his mannerisms when he comes out now are a lot different to what they were before. He just looks pissed off. It's very he just looks like he's annoyed at everybody when he comes out, like, and you know, he can work heel really, really well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that if it does happen.
He's just tired.
That's it. Lack of sleep. He's a new daddy. He's very annoying.
Yeah, that might be a decent enough reason to try heel. You know?
Not another match.
Yeah, really, really good match. Really good closing to the show, and as I said, always good to see Homicide.
Yeah, definitely, and a bit of luck now. As I say, we'll down the line break them up in a really, really good way, because I kind of want to see Kingston get a little bit of a solo push properly, because
for sure.
I'm living for every vest that he comes out and it's fabulous. Massive right turn change, guys. NXT 2.0 this week. I'm still on the fence about it. A lot of new faces this week, which I was super invested. I'm sure we kind of all were, because it was like, there's this person, that person, this person, that person. But after a while, I kind of felt a bit bamboozled. I kind of felt like there was just, you know, like all sorts of shit coming at me. And it was kind of hard to follow a little bit.
Yeah.
So happy to see so many new faces, but want to make sure they're all going into feuds and that we're not just showing all these faces never to be seen again. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is NXT 2.0, but now next week we're going to have, you know, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Do you know what I mean? So nothing against that. You know, we know they always put on a stellar show, but tell me, how did you feel about all of these new faces? Are you in? Are you out? Are you indifferent?
I liked it. I do like the new setup. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna be a fan. I didn't think it was gonna be nice at all. It's got that TV show, game show vibe about the setup, like, but I like that they're trying to build new stars, so they're going to start off with loads of squash matches. Like, you know, they're trying to get as many people on the show as possible. And it's not like the old NXT where it was a match, a promo, a match, a backstage segment. You know, they're going match, promo, match, promo. So it does fly by a lot faster than it normally does. Like, I'm not sure where they're going with some of the stars yet, like, because they're just throwing out stuff there and see what sticks. Like, you know, these boys are fresh, like, so it's going to take a while for their characters to stick. But I'm here for Braun Breaker. I think he's got something about him. He definitely has something, and they definitely see it because they're putting him out there. He's close. You know, we closed the show again, like, you know, he definitely has something about him. But I think I'm going to speak for everybody here when I'm here more for Tony D'Angelo.
Lads, I need it all. I just don't care. Tony D is the one for me. He is just everything. I wanted to come out in his next one and be like, you know, I learn more on the streets, you know, than I did in any classroom. You know, he needs to come out with all of the top lines. We need Godfather lines now as well. And if his finisher isn't sleeping with the fishes, I'm out. I don't want to know. And if there is not a cameo for him in the many Saints in Newark tonight, I'm going to be disgusted, because 2024, Tony D is the president for me. I'm sorry, no, he is just everything. Hook it to my veins. I love him and I cannot get enough. He is just phenomenal. Vote for Tony. Tell me.
He's definitely the made man anyway.
He better be a made man. I'm telling you that much now for nothing. I want the main man to be a made man. Everything. Horses' heads, the whole fucking works. He is it.
The NXT car park's going to be a bad place to be.
Yeah. Oh my God, lads. I'm telling you now. Making offers that no one can refuse.
I'm happy. Damn it, Liz. I was just gonna say he got offered a contract he can't refuse. So
I'm sorry.
Let's move on to that.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just a big stand for Tony D. He's right up there with Dexter for me.
What are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I thought of another one, but I won't in case Matt thinks of it. Anyway, moving on.
Doesn't matter what I think of it.
Well, it does, Matt. You're on a podcast. We need to hear. So, with that, moving on. Yes, we love Tony D. Tell me, we've got a new cruiserweight champion, Matt, in the shape of Diamond Mines or Roderick Strong. Happy for the Diamond Mine?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a bit random. I mean, I'm happy out for Roderick Strong. I'm still trying to come to terms with the Diamond Mine. I keep forgetting there was like, oh wait, they're a proper legit stable now. But now that they have the Cruiserweight Championship, I think more people will be kind of having their eyes on the Cruiserweight Championship, because there's a lot of people who watch NXT who doesn't know much about the Cruiserweight title. So hopefully they'll actually lift this up, getting people more notice. And especially, we all know Roderick Strong, and we all know, we know less about, the rest of the group of Diamond Mine. I can't think of their names to save my life, so apologies for that. But I thought it was just random, but I can see what they're going to do with the title. So yeah, it's really good to see Roderick Strong holding a title at least, and more people be invested. So very good.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Mick? Right call to take it off Kushida?
Yeah, I mean, Kushida did fuck all with the belt anyway. So hopefully the belt will mean more on Roderick Strong. I think the story's still out on Diamond Mine. Love Bivens. He's awesome. But right now he's probably the best thing about them, when the best thing about them should be the wrestlers. But maybe that's just down to the fact that we haven't seen too much of them in the ring apart from Roderick Strong. But yeah, hopefully they'll get a bit more TV time, a few more matches, and they'll be able to establish themselves a proper force in NXT 2.0.
2.0, exactly. Fingers crossed they do, because it yeah, there's a lot of new faces, and God help us, cancel culture has already been cancelled for one of them. God help us.
Oh my God, that was the best. That was like my favorite segment on the whole show.
Right.
Joe
So,
Great.
but I think that we're just going to now. It's like we're going to put everything out there, see what gets a reaction, good or bad. If it's good, get rid of it. If it's bad, that kind of a way. So I think we're walking on a lot of eggshells at the moment and testing a lot of water temperatures for the baby. Lads, SmackDown last night, go home show for Extreme Rules. I think when yeah, exactly right. We'll use that term loosely. I think, Mick, when we first came on this morning for a chat, you hit the nail on the head. Not a lot happened. It didn't. I mean, now that said, we got a lot of women's segments, but at the expense of what? And were they kind of a bit rushed and thrown together? Or was it a knee-jerk reaction to Grand Slam's main event with the women? That we need to get the women out, because WWE, we tend to, if somebody does something well, do you know what? We can do it 10 times better. So we're going to have all the women on the show this week. We all know there's always a stink of that about it. But go home show for a pay-per-view, darling.
A pay-per-view that's not making much sense right now, except for the Roman Reigns and Demon Balor, which is the Extreme Rules match on the show. That's it. Besides, obviously, you said it this morning, the triple threat match, which has no disqualification, so it's kind of Extreme Rules. Like, other than that, like, I'm not really interested. I couldn't give a rat's ass actually about Extreme Rules, to be honest.
I appreciate your honesty. I do.
I would love it if Balor won the title. I really would, because it doesn't need to lose to Roman Reigns. He shouldn't be losing. Don't bring him back just to get beaten by Roman Reigns. If Brock Lesnar for some reason comes out and costs Roman the title, they don't need a title match. That's fine. But I just don't see the point in bringing Demon back if he's just going to lose. Because where does Finn Balor go after that? Finn Balor can get beaten, but the Demon was the one thing about him that could, he was undefeated on the main roster. Like, so why bring him back to get him defeated when he's just going to go on the obscurity after that?
Yeah, it's a really tough one to call. That's actually really, really great lead into the I Wouldn't Pay to View that's coming up on Sunday evening, Extreme Rules. So with that, we'll lobby straight into the predictions, guys, and the card. 5 matches on this card and 1 on the undercard pre-show. We'll start with that. Liv Morgan and Carmella. I wish I cared more. This feud has been go stop. Then Zelina was thrown, and now she's pretty. Her nose is broken, and Liv's now going to fight. And I think it's pretty. I would think it's pretty obvious Liv is going to go over. Matt, what you think?
I'm gonna do a quick recap for those who doesn't know about the rivalry. This is pretty much what happened. You broke my nose. No, I didn't. I'm beautiful. No, you're not. Let's have a match. Okay, that's pretty much the sum up of the rivalry and the build up of this match. So, yeah, I don't care about this one. I'm just gonna go with Liv Morgan. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna go with Liv Morgan because she's getting a lot of good attention as like an underdog, and I can see her going for the title in the near future. So there's a big good build up for her. So yeah, I'm just gonna say Liv Morgan.
After that, we need to move her up. Then we need to pull the fucking plug with this haberdashery shit, and we need to just put a rocket on Liv, and just before she loses that face momentum she has everywhere, we just need to get moving on her, to be fair. After that, guys, then we have, as you said, triple threat, which of course has that loose stipulation of no DQ, so it might get a little bit extreme.
That should open the show. I think
maybe strong start.
I think it'll be a good match. Damien Priest has been, not that I've been watching Raw. I really haven't. But he's been putting on some good matches. He put on a triple threat, obviously, with Drew and Sheamus before, and that was a pretty decent match. So Jeff Hardy's finally getting a pay-per-view match, not for the 24/7 title. I think he's just going to be there to take the pin. So I think Damien Priest is going to pin Jeff Hardy, and that'll be it. We'll move on.
I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. Mick, is Jeff Hardy going to shock us all?
Nope.
Really?
No. The WWE seem really all in on Damian Priest at the moment. It looks like he's getting groomed for a bigger spot on the show, and so I can't see anything else but Damian Priest win for this one. I think you're right there, but Jeff Hardy's there to just take the pin because he can essentially, like, it does his reputation no damage. Like,
Yeah, poor Shamey's getting no luck. God help us. Keep it up,
Yeah.
Shamey. Keep fighting the good fight. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. I can see Alexa taking the title. I know now, Mick, you're a pure Charlotte stan, but I don't know.
Never bet against Charlotte. Never ever bet against Charlotte.
Okay. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss. Matt, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, who's walking out champ?
You know what? I still never got like Alexa Bliss's character, and it's especially with this whole supernatural thing. I said before, especially with her doll Megan. I'm just gonna say Megan at the moment. But
Megan? Really? Fuck's Megan. Sorry, go on.
I mispronounced the doll's name. I meant Roisin. Sorry, but anyway, I'm gonna check. I might go with Charlotte on this one. If Alexa wins, grand, maybe it's gonna get. We're gonna get Alexa Bliss more seriously. But if she wins with some supernatural like fucking take or something, like the lights go off and Charlotte's in the middle of the ring and she just pins her and wins, that'll just be some shouty way. Be like, nope, that's the worst way to win it.
I've got it. The lights go off. They come back on again. Ric Flair standing there in a robe, distracts Charlotte.
Oh,
what's the next match?
Oh my God, stop it. Look at Booker G, boy. Look at Booker G. You give him a name and he's, no, we're not. No, don't helicopter nobody. Does not work out well in the end for anybody. Moving on, we've got the tag team titles, the Usos versus the Street Profit. Cannot wait to see this. This should be a fantastic match, but surely the Usos are retaining, darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after last night, I think they were testing Montez Ford in a match with Roman.
Agreed.
With the brand split or the draft coming up next week, I think they're going to split up the Street Profits, and Montez is going to get a singles push, because why put him in a match with Roman? It was definitely a test to see how he could cope against a big star, like, and he had a good match. It was a good match. Like he got plenty of like he has it. Like he can be a star.
Heartbroken for A-Dog though, looking at A-Dog's because I can see 24/7 in his future, which I hate to see because I don't want to split them up. I think they're fabulous and that saddens me. But going on from that, then we have our two big matches. We have Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. Looking forward to seeing a real match between these two women. And can I just say, I know we're all doing this Becky Lynch heel turn, but last night on SmackDown, my opinion, of course, was they're cheering Bianca, they're not booing Becky. Does that make sense? That they're cheering Bianca, but they're not booing Becky. It's a little bit indifferent. She's getting a few boos thrown in there, and I don't think the pop when she came out was as loud as they thought it would be. But Bianca last night was on fire. Preach. Her promo was finally what we've all been waiting to hear, and she always looks like a star, but this time now she's just made out to be a star. It was fabulous. I feel sick to say it, but I have an awful feeling Becky's going to retain. Mick, is Becky retaining?
Oh yeah, all day long. They wouldn't have brought her back unless she was going to have the title for longer than a few weeks.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I feel bad for Bianca. She's done brilliantly in the last couple of months. Ever since she became women's champion, she's looked brilliant. It was really a shame to even see her lose it in the first place. But yeah, it's just unfortunate for her. Maybe a switch to Raw's on the horizon with the draft coming up, possibly.
Have I got one for you? Anyway.
But yeah, I can't see anything else but a Becky Lynch win here.
Okay, because I've been taking some tips and notes from Booker G when he's in his flow, right? And I'm thinking that if she does get drafted to Raw, that she takes out Charlotte and becomes champion, and then we come back to Survivor Series, and we've got Bianca leading the women's team, and we've got Becky Lynch leading the women's team, and we get a decent.
I like all of that except for the part where Charlotte Flair loses.
Of course you do, Mick. Mother of God, how much is she paying you? Come on, you're worse than Phil Meltzer been in Vince's pocket.
Come on, man. She's the best wrestler in that company. Give her let her keep the belt. Give her the SmackDown's belt. Give her the NXT belt. Give her the AEW World. Give her the AEW Women's Championship belt. Give her the Intercontinental title. Give her all the belts, man.
Put her on AEW against Jorge Masvidal and give her the bad motherfucker belt.
Everything.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Our last one, guys, which I'm sure is going to close the show, is going to be Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor. tell me, is Brock coming out costing the belt because we cannot face the undefeated Demon being defeated?
I think Jerry said himself. I like the idea to see Finn Balor actually winning this, because I'm one of many that still odd that, you know, he was the first Universal Champion and had to hand it over, and he never really got back up. So I wouldn't mind seeing Finn Balor actually winning this one. I know I like to see Roman Reigns holding on to the title a bit longer, for at least like a year or so, but it'd be good to see him if he wins the title. And Brock and Roman, I know they have Crown Jewel coming up, but I don't think they need the title to really headline the show. So I'm going to see Roman wins, but I'm kind of holding on hope for Finn at this one.
Definitely. I'm going to call in a favor from Tony D to take Roman out and let Finn win. Finn Balor win. Just saying. Is it Roman Reigns night?
It's Roman Reigns night every night.
Yeah.
There's no, I can't see any situation where Finn Balor walks out as champion, which is a shame because I love Finn Balor. It's a shame for his character that Demon's going to get beaten. I don't know where he goes after that. Maybe his time in WWE might be coming to an end, although that depends on contracts.
Yeah.
It's just hard to see why he does after this, because he's already done everything else, you know. But ultimately, it's Roman Reigns' yard, buddy.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're just living in it.
Yeah.
And we're
perfect. Thanks, Mick. So they are our predictions for this weekend's Extreme Rules. Heavy on the rules, light on the extreme. But from that, guys, as always, we have a lot to talk about, a lot of opinions, but it's always a pleasure as well to have a nice little chat and chinwag about what's going on in the world of wrestling on a weekly and soon to be very, very regular basis. This is our last episode of WrestleSlam on the Sports Matters TV YouTube channel. So for all of you guys, there is a link below that you need to subscribe to our new WrestleSlam YouTube channel, where all of our content will be going forward, all of your news, reviews, booze, and what will it be next week?
Choose.
What will it be next week? Oh, choose. Maybe we can do that. You can choose what it's going to be. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe to the link below for all of the latest news from us at WrestleSlam, and opinions, of course, and general bants from Irish wrestling fans. We will also have a very, very special interview on our channel with Jonathan Davenport, with Booker G and Jerry C sat down. He does some of the most amazing ringer you will ever see, including for our one and only Biggie. So definitely catch that by subscribing below, and ring the bell for notifications to make sure you don't miss anything new from.
Check out the first episode as well, the AEW.
Oh yeah, AEW Rampage, guys. Afterthoughts and review are up, so please check that out as well. That is up on our channel to view.
Dynamite.
Oh my
Dynamite
God, leave me alone. I'm having the worst show that I cannot get my words out, okay?
You were on fire, Liz. You were on fire.
Lads, I'm putting all the fires out.
But I hope everyone has a good day and stay safe. And that's not just a fact, that's a matter of fact. We're going to get this trending.
Is that what that is? I just got it.
I was so confused for so long as well.
Wait. The ball just dropped.
I think my ball is just.
Always like that.
And we're almost out of time, so we are going to wrap it up. Have a fantastic wrestling weekend from all of us at WrestleSlam. Follow the new YouTube channel from Liz, Jerry, Mick, and Matthew. Have a fabulous weekend, and see you all soon. Bye.